Hey, how you doing? I am here to talk to you guys about AmblyoPlay today. So when I first realized that I was having a lot of eye problems, I searched high and low to find any sort of computer-based vision therapy program that I could do at home. But most of them required a doctor's prescription, which was super annoying. So I was super excited when I found AmblyoPlay and realized that I could just order it and do it from the comfort of my own home on my own. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what AmblyoPlay is, how it works, and if it's worth your money, because it does cost quite a bit. So without further ado, here we go. AmblyoPlay is basically just a computer program, or actually an iPad app that you can download, and it requires a subscription, either 6 months or 12 months, and it comes with 8 different games. So here are the different games I'm going to show you on my computer. You've got anything from like popping balloons to Tetris to matching shapes and different like peripheral type activities. So the thing that's cool about this app is that it works for a lot of different eye conditions. So they really advertise that they work great for amblyopia and convergence insufficiency, and with rare, not necessarily rare, but like with strabismus, if it's like not super severe. Basically, if you're suppressing one eye, this probably isn't going to work for you. But if you just have a weak eye and you're trying to strengthen it, this is amazing. So there's 2 different modes that you can go on. Here you've got binocular therapy and monocular therapy. And all that means is that you can either have it be based for one eye, like if you're patching and you're just trying to strengthen one eye, you play all these different games in full color. They have like full color pictures and all of that. And it's just basically playing games, strengthening your eyes. So honestly, the monocular mode isn't that different than what you would get by playing a normal app on your iPad or a normal video game or something while you were patching. So I never used the monocular mode because frankly, it just wasn't worth the money for me. But I love the binocular mode. What happens in monocular mode is all of the images, instead of being like rainbow colors, it's only red or blue. And Amblyo sends you these amazing glasses, which, just as a side note, I have tried probably 10 different pairs of red and blue glasses. These are my favorite. So even if you're not going to get AmblyoPlay, you should get glasses from them because they work so much better than the other ones. I like it because you can flip it around and do either red on the left or red on the right, depending on the game. You want to change it sometimes. So anyways, when you wear these glasses, what happens is you'll have something like this. These are balloons, and there'll be some balloons that are red and some balloons that are blue. So while you're wearing these glasses, the eye that has the blue filter cannot see any of the blue balloons because they just end up blending in with the background, and the eye with the red filter cannot see any of the red balloons because they blend in. So what it's doing is it's forcing both of your eyes to work at the same time. So some of the games are super basic, just pop the balloon. Other ones, you have to actually like put those things together and they have to be lined up, which is way more hard. For me, I wasn't able to do all of these activities. I have pretty severe strabismus, so I needed AmblyoPlay plus in-office vision therapy. But I think some people can, definitely make a lot of progress with just AmblyoPlay. So that's the idea between like the monocular mode, binocular mode. The way that AmblyoPlay is set up is that you log in, and every day they give you 15 minutes of what they call like your therapy or your exercise. And so it'll be a game and then a therapy mode where I'll just kind of explain the basic idea. So it has like 2 images that are the exact same thing, and one is red and one is blue, and they move away from each other. But if you have the glasses on and your eyes are working together, there should be an illusion that either the object is coming closer out of the screen or going behind the screen. And so that's super important, especially if you've got problems with convergence insufficiency, and actually probably anybody that's looking into AmblyoPlay will really benefit from that part. So you'll have a game, and then you'll do the therapy, then another game, and then the therapy, and then another game. And the goal is to be able to do that twice every day, so a total of 30 minutes. And then once you've, and on that part, you don't get to choose which games you're playing. It'll just randomly assign games. But then after you're done with your like official 30 minutes, then you can go in and play whatever games that you want. And then I wanted to show you guys the actual app so that you can see this really cool feature where you can turn every game off or on. So if I said I only want to be able to do, you know, balloons plop and flying candy, the maze is hard, so I'm gonna turn that one off. That one's a good one. And so, oh no, leave that one off. So this is about what I was doing. This one is actually great. Because some of them were way too hard for me, and so I would get to them and I would just get super frustrated because my eyes weren't working well enough to be able to do those activities. But the other ones were perfect. So you can turn certain games off and on. If it was somebody who was a little bit more advanced, I would probably turn off some of the easier games and leave on the harder games. It just depends on what the focus is and what you're trying to work towards. So that's a really cool feature that I love about AmblyoPlay. Another thing that sets it aside from other apps that, you know, there's a lot of apps that you can just get on your phone that are like pretty simple, like 1 or 2 games. But this one has a big variety. But the thing that makes it so awesome is that you can adjust the colors to make sure that they cancel perfectly. So you wear your glasses, you look at the screen, and you adjust it until, you know, one eye can only see each owl. So of all the games that I've played, there's always like a little hint, like I'm supposed to only be able to see this blue owl with my left eye, right? But you can kind of still see it with your right eye. Like it doesn't quite cancel like it's supposed to. Most games have that where you can still like see a shadow or there's still something there. With these games, it's literally, it cancels perfectly. And that's the only game that I found that's like that. So even once I started vision therapy with an official like vision therapist, he still had me keep doing these exercises because they were working so well to get both of my eyes working and wake up my right eye. Some other things that you can change on or do on here, I'm just gonna quickly show you. There's this dashboard, and the dashboard shows you, you know, how many times you've done therapy and how many games you've played. Oops, right here, I already showed you that you can change your settings. Oh, here you go, progress. So this is a cool calendar that I used a ton. I'm not using the app right now, but I used it for over a year. And every day that you do therapy, it has the calendar and it'll do a green if you do all 30 minutes, and it'll do yellow if you only do 15, and then red if you don't do anything. And it's really cool because your doctor can, if you're doing vision therapy, your vision therapist can have access to this. Or if you're a parent, you can just see what your kids are doing and make sure that they're keeping up on it. I think that it is absolutely a no-brainer, especially if you have amblyopia and you're trying to strengthen your weak eye, and you can use both eyes together, but one of your eyes is a lot weaker, then it's a no-brainer. Like if I was a parent, had my kid patching, I would for sure replace 30 minutes of their patching time every day with doing the AmblyoPlay training, because it is so much more effective if you can have both eyes working together. It's the same concept as patching because you're still making that weaker eye work, but it's making them work at the same time, which is preparing them to use both eyes. And with strabismus, I'm a little bit more cautious because you can start getting double vision. If you're suppressing, double vision is for sure a possibility. And so, you know, if it was my friend's kid or my child that had strabismus and was totally suppressing, I probably wouldn't do this unless I was having them also go to vision therapy, because without the vision therapy to really work, it requires a lot more than just this to get both eyes working fully together. So you've got to have the other things that they do at vision therapy in addition to this. This is a great add-on for vision therapy, but if you have strabismus, you need to do this in combination. But for amblyopia, I think it's an awesome option. And just for anyone who doesn't know, amblyopia is when your eyes are still straight, but one of them is super weak and can't see as well as the other. And sometimes that can lead to strabismus, where one eye is either out or in. And strabismus is, you know, one eye is out or in, and usually one of those eyes is being suppressed. So I think it's an amazing app. It has so many different fun games that each game offers like a different unique skill that you can learn, and it helped me so much. When I was waking up my right eye was totally suppressed, totally dead. I did AmblyoPlay, and through that I was able to wake up that other eye, which did cause some double vision, but with vision therapy I was able to, after the eye was awake, put both images together, and I've been able to see with stereopsis, and it's been incredible. So if you are interested in signing up and subscribing for AmblyoPlay, you just go to their website, AmblyoPlay.com, and there's all sorts of ads there. If you want to use my coupon code, the coupon is for, I think, 10% off, and it's S2S Lazy, and I'll just put that down here. And if you want to know more about the actual games that are played, I go through on my website, I go through each of these games and basically break down what it is, what it's good for. I order them from easiest to hardest, and I talk more about comparing it with other similar type apps on the market. So if you're more interested in that, go to lazyeyesolutions.com/play. Thank you, and good luck with your vision.